Hey, how's it going everyone? This is JordanJamesTT here, or JJ'sTT for short, and welcome back to the channel and another video. So I apologise first of all, I didn't get to do a video last week. The reason for it was primarily because I sort of came up with a unique and different idea, I suppose. It didn't quite work out the way I wanted it to go. I ran out of time and I just sort of scrapped the idea. So apologies on that, but luckily I'm back today. I thought of a new video, and it's going to be a bit of a history lesson one today. We're basically going to be talking about this guy here, the spoiler of the MK1 TT, and how, well, the story behind it basically, and how it actually came on to actually be a thing on these beautiful cars. So we've got to rewind back to 1995, which was well, the car Audi unveiled the TT at the Frankfurt International Motor Show, if you've heard of it, in Germany. So when they unveiled the car, it never actually had a rear spoiler on it. It was just a flat curved top, as you'll see in the pictures that I'm showing you now. So it looked very different, to be honest, without it. What ended up happening then later on was, you've got to then go forward to 1998, when the car was actually first sort of like released to the public, and that still didn't have a spoiler either when it first came out. So then it makes you start to wonder, how did the spoiler end up on the car in the first place? Was it something that Audi decided to do later on down the line with later models, and, you know, cars of a later year, like mine's 2006, was it just put on later models? And the answer is no. What ended up happening, quite a sad story to be honest, was it actually came on, the spoiler actually only came on the car due to very critical reasons. And because what happened was, there was a lot of recorded accidents and crashes on these cars. If you were driving at apparently around 110 miles per hour, I know obviously you're not supposed to do 110 miles per hour in the UK, because obviously national speed limit is about 80 or 70, whatever it is, and you're not supposed to do that. But in countries like Germany, you were allowed to get up to that speed, and apparently there was a lot of crashes and accidents during lane changes on a motorway, or if you did a very sort of harsh and abrupt turn of the steering wheel, the car would obviously spin out and you'd lose all control of the vehicle, which wasn't good. Obviously it had to be addressed, because then the worst of all the accidents was there was 5 recorded deaths, one of which was actually a East Germany rally driver, a former East Germany rally driver. His name was Peter Hommel, who was aged 60. So, you know, rest in peace to all those that unfortunately had their lives taken away by these high-speed incidents and crashes and stuff. So as a result of these fatalities, Audi had to take drastic action. So what they ended up doing was they put out a statement to all owners saying, we have a recall plan we want to do for this car because of these serious incidents that have occurred. So what their proposed plan was to add the E.S.P System, which is something that I'm going to talk about on next week's video, so stick around for that. They added some new suspension components to, like, obviously I guess like the underside of the car and stuff, just to give it more stability and whatnot. And the obvious one, which we're talking about today, was obviously the added spoiler. All of this was optional, but obviously they did recommend it, and they said the overall cost for it would be $325 US. So then, as a result, if you agreed to have the work done, you'd then have to take it to Audi's factories, which are in Germany. I'm not sure how this was managed or how it was done. Audi's primary reason for adding the spoiler on the back of the car was purely just to add weight to the back of the vehicle. So I guess obviously the thought behind adding weight to the back of the car was to obviously provide even distribution between the 4 wheels of the car, but then also give the back wheels obviously better traction and stuff when, obviously, as I say, we're changing lanes at high speed. So yeah, that's basically the history behind the spoiler. So Personally, for me, I actually really quite like it because of the fact that it's quite subtle. It gives it a nice sort of sporty look to it. I find it just gives it a lot more personality. But obviously, let me know what you guys think of the spoiler. I've seen a lot of Instagram posts where people have swapped it out, modded it. Some people don't even have them at all, which is a bit risky. But at the end of the day, it wasn't essential. It was only optional. So yeah, let me know your stories as well if you have any stories of the recalls that were done on the car. And just to say a disclaimer, that all of this information is actually gathered off of a New York Times article, I'm pretty sure it says. Link will be in the description so you can check it out yourself and sort of see further info on it that I haven't mentioned of. But yeah, that's basically the article. That's it for the video, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time. So cheerio.